Welcome back, horror enthusiasts. Today, we have a chilling lineup of the top 10 horror movies based on real stories. These spine-tingling tales have captivated audiences around the world, blending fiction with the horrors that once unfolded in reality. From legendary classics to recent releases, get ready for a journey into darkness. Brace yourselves for the top 10 horror movies based on real stories. Number 10. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Kicking off our list is the infamous Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This 1974 cult classic follows a group of friends who encounter a family of cannibals in rural Texas. Surprisingly, this horrifying tale is loosely inspired by the crimes of serial killer Ed Gein. Known as the Butcher of Plainfield, Gein's twisted acts of grave robbing and murder influenced not only this film but also other iconic horror characters. Number 9. The Amityville Horror. At number 9, we have the Amityville Horror. Based on true events that unfolded in the small town of Amityville, New York, this 1979 film tells the haunting story of a family tormented by malevolent spirits in their new home. The paranormal occurrences experienced by the Lutz family continue to captivate audiences, leaving them questioning the thin line between fact and fiction. Number 8. The Exorcist. Regarded as one of the scariest movies of all time, The Exorcist takes the number 8 spot on our list. This 1973 supernatural horror film depicts the demonic possession of a young girl and the relentless battle waged by two priests to save her soul. Inspired by real-life exorcism cases, including the documented exorcism of Roland Doe in the 1940s, this chilling tale has left audiences trembling in fear for decades. Number 7. A Nightmare on Elm Street. Next up, we have A Nightmare on Elm Street, a franchise that introduced us to the iconic Freddy Krueger. This slasher film series draws inspiration from real-life events, specifically cases of sudden unexplained death syndrome that occurred among Khmer refugees during the 1970s. The twisted concept of a killer stalking and attacking teenagers in their dreams has given birth to one of horror's most enduring and terrifying characters. Number 6. The Girl Next Door. Coming in at number 6 is the harrowing and disturbing film The Girl Next Door. Based on the true story of Sylvia Likens, this movie portrays the shocking and prolonged torture and abuse inflicted upon Sylvia by her own neighbors. This grim tale serves as a stark reminder of the depths of human depravity. Number 5. The Hills Have Eyes. Sliding into the number 5 spot is The Hills Have Eyes, a 1977 horror film inspired by the legend of the Sawney Bean clan in Scotland. This cannibalistic family reportedly lived in caves and preyed on unsuspecting travelers. Director Wes Craven took this terrifying premise and brought it to the desolate desert landscape of America, delivering a brutal and relentless tale of survival and terror. Number 4. The Town That Dreaded Sundown. Taking the number 4 spot is The Town That Dreaded Sundown, a suspenseful thriller inspired by the true story of the Texarkana Moonlight Murders. This 1976 film delves into a small town gripped by fear as a masked killer stalks its streets, targeting young couples. The movie's eerie atmosphere and its roots in a real-life unsolved murder spree have cemented its status as a horror classic. Number 3. The Conjuring. Holding strong at number 3 is The Conjuring, a modern horror masterpiece based on the paranormal investigations of real-life paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. This chilling film takes us into the haunting case of the Perron family, who experienced terrifying supernatural occurrences in their Rhode Island farmhouse. With its gripping storytelling and spine-chilling scares, The Conjuring has become a staple in the horror genre. Number 2. The Silence of the Lambs. Coming in at number 2 is the psychological thriller The Silence of the Lambs. While not a traditional horror movie, this 1991 masterpiece delivers bone-chilling suspense and showcases the sinister mind of Dr. Hannibal Lecter, a brilliant psychiatrist and cannibalistic serial killer. Inspired by real-life serial killers such as Ted Bundy and Ed Gein, this Academy Award-winning film continues to captivate audiences with its gripping narrative and unforgettable performances. Number 1. The Haunting in Connecticut. The Haunting in Connecticut is a supernatural horror film that is based on a real-life story. The movie follows the Campbell family, who move into an old house in Connecticut to be closer to the hospital where their son, Matt, is receiving cancer treatment. However, they soon discover that the house has a dark history. The story is inspired by the experiences of the Snedeker family, who claim to have encountered paranormal activities when they lived in a former funeral home in Southington, Connecticut, during the 1980s. The Snedeker family reported witnessing disturbing phenomena such as apparitions, unexplained noises, and even possession. And there you have it, our top 10 horror movies based on real stories. These films take us on terrifying journeys, blurring the lines between fiction and reality. They remind us that sometimes the most bone-chilling tales are inspired by the darkest chapters of human history. Remember, behind these movies are real stories of tragedy, fear, and survival. So the next time you watch a horror film, consider the real-life events that gave birth to these nightmares. Thank you for joining us on this hair-raising countdown. Stay tuned for more thrilling content, and until next time, stay spooky.